I'm 78 years old, and I can tell you the exact moment I realized I had spent my whole life showing up for everyone except the people who needed me most. It was at my daughter's kitchen table 3 years ago. She was making coffee. I was visiting for the weekend, and she said something I'll never forget. She said, "Dad, you were always so good at being there for other people." The way she said it, the pause after, I knew what she meant. I had been present for everyone, colleagues, clients, neighbors, the church committee, the guys at Rotary, anyone who needed something fixed, or a favor, or someone to show up at 6 in the morning to help move furniture. I was that guy, reliable, helpful, the one people could count on. And I thought that made me good. I thought that's what being a man meant, being useful, being needed. But my daughter, my son, my wife, I thought they understood. I thought they knew I was doing it for them. I wasn't. I was doing it because it felt good to be needed by people who weren't close enough to see my flaws. It felt good to be the hero in small, manageable moments. It felt safe. My wife died 4 years ago. Cancer. It moved fast. In those last few months, she told me things I didn't want to hear. Not cruel things, just true things. She said I had always been kind to her, always respectful, but distant. She said she used to watch me come home from helping someone and wonder why I never brought that energy through our front door. I didn't know what to say. I told her I loved her. I told her I was sorry, but I didn't argue with her because she was right. I was always tired when I got home, always distracted. There was always something I needed to do for someone else the next day. Another meeting, another project. I thought I was building something, a reputation, a life people would remember. But I wasn't there for the small things, the daily things, the things that actually mattered. I missed my son's 6th grade science fair because I was helping a client close a deal. I told myself I'd make it up to him. I never did. I missed my daughter's college move-in day because I had committed to leading a weekend workshop. She told me it was fine. She didn't ask me why I couldn't reschedule. I skipped family dinners because I was coaching Little League for other people's kids. And here's the thing. At the time, I didn't feel bad about it. I felt important. I felt like I was doing what I was supposed to do, providing, contributing, being a pillar. My wife would ask me to stay home, not in a nagging way, just gentle. "Do you have to go tonight?" And I'd say yes. I'd explain why it mattered, why they needed me. And after a while, she stopped asking. That's the part that haunts me now. She stopped asking. Not because she stopped caring, but because she learned I had already made my choice. When you're younger, you think you'll have time. You think the people you love will always be there. You think you can catch up later. You can't. I thought I'd have decades with my wife after I retired. We'd travel. We'd sit on the porch. We'd finally have those long conversations we kept putting off. We had 2 years. 2 years before the diagnosis. And even then, I tried to keep busy. I volunteered at the hospital. I helped organize the church fundraiser. She'd be sitting in the living room, and I'd be on the phone coordinating someone else's life. I can't explain why I did that. I don't have a good reason. I think I was scared. Scared of being still. Scared of having nothing to do. Scared she'd look at me and realize I was just a man, not the version of me I'd been performing for everyone else. I was so good at showing up for strangers, and so terrified of being truly seen by the people who loved me. After she died, my kids were kind. They called. They visited. But I could feel the distance, not anger, just absence. They had learned, over decades, not to expect me, not to rely on me emotionally, not to ask me to show up in the ways that mattered. I had trained them to not need me, and now, when I want to be close to them, I don't know how. We have pleasant conversations. We talk about the weather, their jobs, the grandkids, but we don't talk about anything real, because I never built that foundation. I was too busy building other things. My son lives 2 hours away. He invited me to move closer last year. He said there was a nice senior community near him. I said I'd think about it, but I know why I haven't moved. Because if I lived closer, I'd have to face how much of a stranger I am in his life. How little I actually know him. I know his job title. I don't know what keeps him up at night. I know my grandkids' names. I don't know their fears or their dreams. I sent birthday cards. I wrote checks. I showed up for graduations, but I was never present. And now I'm 78, and most of my friends are gone. And the organizations I gave so much time to have moved on without me. There's a new generation running the Rotary Club. They're polite when I show up, but I can tell I'm a relic. The people I helped, the clients, the neighbors, I barely hear from them. I thought I was building legacy. I was building dust. The only legacy that matters is the one you leave with the people you love. And I'm not sure I left much. I think about my wife a lot. I think about the nights she sat at the kitchen table alone, waiting for me to come home. I think about the vacations we didn't take because I was too busy. I think about the conversations we didn't have because I was too distracted. I think about my kids, the moments I missed, the times they needed me and I wasn't there. Not because I didn't love them, but because I loved the feeling of being needed by everyone else more than I loved the harder, quieter work of being present at home. And here's the worst part. I can't fix it. I can't go back. I can't redo those years. I can't unmiss those moments. I can apologize. I have. But an apology doesn't give you back time. It doesn't bring back the person who's gone. It doesn't rebuild trust that was never built in the first place. I know some of you reading this might be where I was. Busy. Important. Needed. I'm not going to tell you to quit your job. I'm not going to tell you to abandon your responsibilities. But I will tell you this. The people you love will not wait forever. They will learn to live without you, not out of spite, out of survival. And one day, you will want them to need you, and they won't. Not because they don't love you, but because you taught them not to expect you. I wish I had known that being present doesn't mean being perfect. It just means being there, at the dinner table, at bedtime, on a random Tuesday, not fixing anything, not solving anything. Just being there. I thought presence was weakness. I thought it meant I wasn't doing enough. I was wrong. Presence was the only thing that mattered, and I gave it to everyone except the people I loved. I'm 78 now. My wife is gone. My kids are kind but distant. My grandkids don't really know me, and I have no one to blame but myself. I don't tell you this for pity. I tell you this because maybe you still have time. Maybe the people you love are still here. Maybe you can still choose differently. I can't, but you can. If this story stirred something in you, I hope you'll sit with it, not share it, not like it. Just sit with it. And maybe tonight, go home. Put the phone down, close the laptop, cancel the meeting, and just be there. Because I promise you, one day, you'll run out of time. And all the people you helped, all the things you built, all the ways you were needed by strangers, none of it will matter. The only thing that will matter is whether you were there. And I wasn't. I'm 78 years old, and I learned too late.